Welcome everyone to an arena video. This is Andrea Mengucci. This video is sponsored to you by channelfireball.com and Ultimate God. I'll be starting with Jeskai cycling. This is the list that Javier Dominguez played on the MPL league. Maybe I just want to use all till later, but basically this is Jeskai, but it's playing Memory Leak as an additional 1-mana cycler, which also happens to be, you know, relevant against the Assault Ultimatum deck. The core of the deck relies around Improbable Alliance, Ironcrag Pyromancer, and Zenith Flare, and you just want to cycle every card. But it's not just a mindless, you cycle. I've played against this deck a lot with my Esper Doom deck, and it's definitely way more deeper than that. It manages to grind very well. It doesn't flood that much, or rather, it does flood, but you do have a lot to do with your mana, even in the flood game. For example, Improbable Alliance or Boon of the Wishgiver are definitely cards that you can exploit with your extra mana. In the Cyber, we have mostly counters for the Sultai matchup. A couple of Riel. Riel is a card that I like, and is a card that I have always been impressed against whenever I was playing my matches against it. Obviously it comes from the sideboard because, you know, you prefer Ironcrag Pyromancer, but in the matchup where the 3 damage don't matter, for example, let me say like Assault Ultimatum, or again the Esper deck that I play, those definitely shine, and that's the switch that I made from Javier's list. He had Vanishing Light. Of course he had a reason for that. I didn't ask, and yeah, so this is the current deck that I am playing, and we'll be playing some Arena Ladder. Hello, Li. Congrats on your winning the playoff. This is Yorion deck. That's good. Alright, in this hand, I will definitely keep the Fog going. Yeah, as well, we'll be drafting later. So, this is an island, and this is a plains. Opponent's playing the Zagatrion, that must mean Sultai. Don't know. Alright, I don't have red mana for my Improbable Alliance, but it'll depend. Again, we will see. My opponent might have the Artless Act here, in which case I'm probably just casting this. Alright, they don't have Artless Act, so I think I want to just get in as much damage as I can, because the Flourishing Fox here will play around. Okay, I actually want to do Island with this, because this way I can get enough damage with the Fox, and the Fox not playing around Elspeth Nightmare because it's a 3/3. The foretell card is most likely the Aaron's Epiphany. Okay, this looks to be a Wolfwheel Haven. If they have also Omen, no. So here I can go Valiant Rescuer, Cycle. This way I deal 1 less damage, but I play around the Extinction Event. But I don't play around the Sweeper, the 5-mana one. The 5-mana one sorcery. So I can just go triple cycle as well. That's probably for the best. I deal 6 damage. Yeah, probably for the best, actually. If I don't have a triple cycler, which it looks like it's the case, it's still fine here. I'm just cycling this and attack for 5. Alright, that's my red mana. Good morning, Mate. We crowned a new moderator, Mate Chacolo. Alright, Extinction Event. So it looks like I should have played around the 5-mana one. Right. I am going to play a Valiant Rescuer here. And I'm playing a top land. And I have Boon of the Wishgiver. This says whenever you cycle another card. It's not like Improbable Alliance where you have to draw the second card. So you can even cycle in your opponent's turn. Yeah, he helped me out sorting the daily sub thing at the top, as well as I made a new thing where I want to try to do daily, but if it's not daily, it's still fine. But I want to do daily. I will randomize it through my subscriber. I will randomize through my subscriber a random person who will get to play a match against me. I want to do it kind of every day. This might be an interesting way to play against the viewers and all right. So they are actually ready for the ultimatum next turn, and I am not able to kill them here. Hmm. Right? Because I can deal them 10 damage. Yeah, they go to 2. That would go to 2 here. Hmm. Interesting situations to be in. I think I'm just passing right now. If they go for an ultimatum, I can actually deal 6 damage to the boring Klex with the Zenith Flare. So let's keep on going here. Blue, blue. Hello, Professor. How's it going? Okay, Heartless Sack to my Valiant Rescuer. Okay, let me cycle this Boon of the Wish Giver. Nice. I like Negate very much. I could cycle again the Valiant Rescuer. I'm expecting my opponent to cast Aaron's Epiphany this turn. If I go Negate, I just win the game. So let's just let this resolve here. Let's just counter that. Okay, they're passing. I think I will flare them here. Alternatively, I can cycle Valiant Rescuer. And then if I draw land, I'd have a Zenith Flare plus negate up. I guess that's just probably better. Yeah, Jaguar Disruption is a very good point. I was thinking about Test of Talents. Test of Talents is the card that really scares me. It's the card that might just make me lose the game on the spot if I just play Zenith Flare there. So let's just attack and pass. There's nowhere we need to go here. We're winning. Shark Typhoon for 1. And they have 3 mana. I think now it's safe to just go Flare Face. They're an 8. This is 8 damage. And have a negate backup, so that should be. Alright, good game. Yeah, they did a Test of Talents. Good. Okay. This is also, funnily enough, it's how I lost to Javier. I was playing Esper Doom, and he has in the list that I necked that from him, he has 1 negate, and I tried to I tried to Test of Talents his Flare, and he had negate, and I lost the game from there. All right, so I'm playing against Sultai. Against Sultai, I for sure wanna try cut the Yarenker Pyromancer and replace them with the Riel. I wanna load on as many counter magic as possible. I have to cut 5 cards. Again, I'm not exactly sure how is the level of this deck sideboarding, but I always find myself that whenever again I always put in the shoes of my opponents whenever I play against it, right? And I always find that Zenith Flare, that 4 is too many in this matchup. But I think I'm trying. I think I'm. Where is it? Supposed to say Dragon Singer. I think I want to have. I want to cut 1 Zenith Flare here. I'm not sure if. Yeah, I mean, Dragon Singer is probably better than Go for Blood. Let's go. Okay. What happened with the the sub goal didn't move though? Piccolo, why was that? Was I supposed to do something different? with the with the subscriber thing. I guess I'm taking it out because he didn't move. But to figure that out later. All right, putting goes first and keeping this end. So you have 6 cards and F7. All good. Okay, duress. I have 2 spells I can discard. I think I'm starting with the fox here. You've seen how strong was the fox in the previous game. Go plains, fox. Be worried. I just dragged it into play and I thought it was casting it, but it also cycled it. So that was scary. Flourishing Fox does not die to Elspeth Nightmare, which is very good against this deck in general. But the Fox does dodge that. Okay, Wolfwood Haven. I'll go red with this. I can also go Island Go because I have this Disdainful Stroke to play around Binding of the Old Gods. Actually, that's probably the better play. That's the thing with Memory Leak. Like, you don't necessarily need to cast it. You don't necessarily need the mana to cast it. Alright, they can't cast Binding because of the mana. And I am cycling here. They can't really kill the Fox with Artless Act because they can always cycle a bit again. Alright, so it comes to play tapped. I guess I just want to shortcut. Yeah, that's true. Little card. You can never play turn 1 Fox, turn 2, turn 2 Alliance. I've never thought about it, but yeah. The mana base does not allow you for that. Sure. So by the way I played, I missed on 2 damage. Because I could have like cycle my turn. I think I will not. No, I will still cycle this Memory Leak. Let me draw. Alright, Fox again. Interesting. Interesting. Well, I can go Roguery Try on pass. And next turn go Violent Rescuer with mana up. I want to keep up this Disdainful Stroke. Alternatively, I can just go Land Fox. That's probably the best here. I just go Fox again. If this Disdainful Stroke, if I want to counter like a Gargaroth, a Polukranos, a Binding. Morning Mirror Black. Okay. They're working on very few resources here. Okay. I'll cycle this Rescuer end of turn. They have 2 island up, so. Yeah, we ranked up mostly with Esper Doom in the previous days. Okay, I'm just playing in Island here and passing. Unfortunately, I do not have any Cycler that's cheap. That is sometimes a problem with this deck. Again, I could have taken lots of different lines and not. Omen of the Sea you play, sure. Can't do anything about that since my counters are Disdainful Strokes. They have 1 card in end. Right to top. Right, I mean, I'm just countering this. Let's just go for like Test of Talents or Negate here. Okay. Tormod's Crypt is interesting. Tormod's Crypt will shut off my Zenith Flares. Unsure if it's, you know, the best thing to do, but interesting. Alright, let me cycle this Roguery Triome and attack for 3. Startling Development is, funnily enough, sometimes gives +3/+3 to a creature. Because what it says is Target creature becomes a blue serpent with base power and toughness 4/4, meaning that if you target your fox, for example, it becomes right now a 6/6. Or if you target your fairy token from Improbable Alliance, becomes a 4/4. So, not to underestimate. Buongiorno, guys. I'm just cycling through my cards here. Start with this. I think it's better cycling than casting the Dranic Healer. Especially since I might draw a counter or a memory leak in this case. Remember, they have this Tormod's Crypt, but I also threw him down on a Zenith Flare. So that was nice. Well, Boon of the Wish Giver is interesting. Because on one hand, I want to pump the Fox. On the other hand, I want to draw 4 cards. I think I'm just attacking and passing. Yeah, Arcast Boon is the new Arcast Shark Typhoon. Playing as the blue deck, so they might have a counter, but they also have 6 mana, so with a forest they can cast Ultimatum, although they have only 2 cards in it. Okay, Elspeth Nightmare is fine. Elspeth Nightmare is great in this matchup, but on turn 3. Later in the game, I found it to be, you know, not. Especially since my opponent is so all in on this Tormod's Crypt effect. The problem here is that Elspeth Nightmare will take a look at my hand after I draw lots of cards. But that's fine. I mean, I guess I can cycle whatever I draw here. So let me play Plains and pay 6 mana for the boon here. They have 1 card in hand only. They have a counter spell. It happens. I'm not interested in playing this box. That's why I tap like this. I have Mystical Dispute in my deck. If I draw like 2 Dispute, I'm passing the turn. And I can only discard 1 and I still have the answer to the ultimatum if that happens to happen. You say that happens to happen? Shark Typhoon against control. Speaking of Shark Typhoon, that's what my opponent's doing. I don't know why now, but sure. Okay, so I draw 4 cards here. Let's see how many spells I draw. I draw 2 spells, so my opponent won't be able to discard 1. I'm hoping they don't go Force Ultimatum because they have exactly that amount of cards in here. What was my best cuisine of the weekend? On Saturday, I ate a pretty typical dish of my area, which is piadina. It's basically like different, like you can say, is a mix between pizza and bread. And I put in it. No, I didn't put it. I went to the restaurant, so I ordered sausage, eggplant, mozzarella, and pesto. That was a lot of things in it. All right. So they found the binding. That resolves. That resolves. I think I'm keeping the fox around because of the Dragon Stinger. Ooh, Riel. Ooh, I love Riel. Although my opponent does have Yorion plus Binding. Riel is gonna make me draw so many cards here. Let's start with the Riel. It says whenever you discard 1 more card for the first time each turn. Yeah. I want to play Riel for sure here. Riel's such a bomb. I really love her. Now I'm drawing 2 cards in an extra card. What else? This is red mana for my Alliance. I can go Alliance, and then in my opponent's turn I can cycle the Stinger. Yeah, because remember, thanks to Riel, you draw 2 cards per turn. So you're actually just triggering Improbable Alliance just with 1 cycler. So I'm passing here. Because this one is, yeah, it has to be the second card. I already drew my second card this turn. Yeah, let's do an upkeep. Just to play around. So I am cycling the Stinger, drawing 2 cards because of the Riel, and triggering the Probable Alliance already. Okay, so opponent has their turn. They still cannot ultimatum, by the way. They do search for force now. It comes to play tapped. They exile my graveyard, but that doesn't really matter because they already had the Tormod's Crypt. And now they're going to blow up. We'll see if they want to kill the Alliance or the Riel. But anyway, for sure the Blink and the Omen. Decent people in the chat asking why didn't I cast the Zenith Flare. They had the card Tormod's Crypt in play. Okay. They kill my Riel, very good. Right to top. No, it's not good news. Right to top, but it's okay. We can move on here. I have to draw a Cycler. Don't. I'll play Riel. Hopefully this resolves. And then I'm passing, because I can use the Improbable Alliance in my opponent's turn. As well as having a negate up. Remember, when you discard a card that you draw, so you trigger the Improbable Alliance by itself, so you don't have to do it main phase. Alright, they're scrying here. Again, I'll let them go. I need to keep the negate for ultimatum. Remember, they scryed 2 top earlier. So I have to play around the ultimatum now. They scryed both on top. Yeah, I don't feel very well, but we'll see. Actually, they're shuffling away a card that they scryed on top, so. They have 2 cards that they selected among the top 3. And one of them is Zakura Best the Sea God. Well, I don't really think I can let this resolve, right? It is annoying because... Actually, should I let this resolve? Let me think about this. The problem is that they get an 8-8, and then they tap on my creature, but I can chum block the 8-8 with Improbable Alliance for a few turns. I want to let this resolve. I know it's crazy, but I want to let this resolve. And then I draw an extra card and make a token. Alright, Almost Zenith Flare are here. I need to draw Cyclers. I'll cycle this Boon of the Wishgiver. Draw 2. And make a token. Remember, now my opponent will topple my creature on my permanents. Not that it matters, but... I'll play a Valiant Rescuer. Because I can then cycle. And make a token as well as everything else. I might attack to do 1 damage, but I don't think it's worth it. So I'm just passing the turn. Opponent taps down all my creatures and gives Death Touch to theirs. What's the thing that... I guess if they steal Miriel, it's annoying, but if they steal Improbable Alliance, they can activate it because they have the Ketra Triumph. Anyway, they're attacking here. I am for sure cycling this Valiant Rescuer. Making my... drawing 2 cards, making a token, making 2 tokens. And now I can just for sure chump block the Kraken. I think I'm also chump blocking this Yorin. Basically, the way I played was I need to keep negate for the ultimatum, and the Cure Best Sea God might have been a bait. F5 lands up, so I can't loot with Improbable Alliance. Binding of the Old Gods. The question is, do I want them to bind me? What do I want? Sorry. What do I not want them to bind me here? Gabriel? I think I have to just stay strong and not do anything here. Resolves. Every one of this is for the first time each turn, so yeah, Riel is gone. End of turn, I'll cycle. I think I cycled this. It's very unlikely that I am going to actually cast the Memory Leak here. And then I'll play a Zenith Flare for 3. I know it's a mini flare. Actually, I probably should not. All right, yeah, let's just split. I'm taking the turn. I'll cycle, make 2 tokens. I have 8 mana up, right? Do I want to say up or not? Yeah, I have 8 mana. Sorry, 9 mana up. I think I'm passing here. With lots of counters up. The Zenith Flare says 5 on it. Okay, so the Cure Business Ego will steal a permanent. Let's see what they steal. They steal my Alliance. I'll for sure cycle this Fox, make a token. Let's see if I draw another Cycler. Nice. I can now cycle this and make a Spirit token as well. And now I have lots of counters back up. So this results, you steal my Alliance, and that one gets a land. We're playing patiently, but it's rewarding. Very rewarding to play patiently. You have to check your deck count a lot, this deck. We have 17 cards in our deck. You play Shadow Verdict. Well, that cannot really resolve, can it? Play on the gate on that. I think they had negate the whole time in end. I don't know. We'll see. They might have also had ultimatum. They have 5 mana up, so my dispute will be active eventually. By eventually, I mean either this or next turn. But yeah. Oh, they surveil the card. Sorry, foretold the card. They foretold the card here. Yeah, I'm taking my turn. Yeah, this should be going now. Attack with all. Then I cast Flare. You crack the crypt, then I cast Flare again, and that's lethal. All right, this has been a good game. They have 3 mana, so they're gonna crack the Tormod's Crypt. And then I'll Zenith Flare them again. Again, I've had lots of experience with this matchup from the opposite side. That yeah, again, I've never played with this deck before, but the way it rewards patiency, I don't think there's any other deck in a while that rewards patience as this deck. So this end is lacking almost everything, lacking almost everything. But it does have 2 lanes. I don't think this deck is really required to mulligan. I don't know, I guess I say that to every deck, so. Okay, happy to draw Fox. At least have something to do on turn 1. I don't have planes, unfortunately. It'll be the mirror match. I'll play Alliance. I'm hoping I hit the land next turn. Oh, that big Nick. Yeah. Okay, opponent's playing is it Dragons, I think. It's another deck that I was considering for today's stream. Let's cycle this. Hopefully I draw land. Let's cycle this again. Well, one more red, or I think I want more red deck. And I'm passing. Unfortunately, I had to cycle in my turn because of the land drop. Now I'm cycling my opponent's turn, but I won't be able to make a token because Improbable Alliance says when you draw your second card, okay? That's a small difference. I'm still like doing it, of course. I have Zenith Flare in my decks. I have to like cycle everything I have all the time. You can also use Zenith Flare to kill a Glory Bringer. Sorry, not Glory Bringer. What's the name? Ghostbane Dragon. Do I want to actually do that here? I think so. Prismari Command, sure. Ooh, they're playing the combo deck actually. They discarded Search for Glory. Okay, so that's Glorybringer, Glowstone Dragon. Attacks. Sorry, it comes into play. Now, before it attacks, I'll attempt to Zenith Flare it. Let's see if they have a protection. They can have Sajiri Shelter. They go and Substantiate. Wow. Powerful. Very powerful. Okay, they're going. They're going off. So they are mutating Rodan, which is now flashing back for free Prismari Command. They didn't have a Rodan, no. Okay, so they're now mutating two things. Wow. Wow. Opponent is going off. Official. I mean, I try my best. I guess they just they had to. This is a turn 4-5. I think this is a turn. Yeah, this should be a turn 5 kill for my opponent here. Sure, they were able to piece together enough win conditions. Yeah. Now they're flashing back 3 cards. Search for Glory tutors up the 4th Rodan here. And then Prismari Command makes 2 mana. And they have infinite. They have infinite trigger. They have infinite. I mean, not infinite, finite, but like enough Prismari Command to bolt my face. So they got it. That's a game. So they go 4th Rodan here. So they flashback 4 creatures. This is a turn 5 kill, by the way. Their deck is fun. Played against ones. I don't think no one has ever played at the Enfield or Rivals League, but definitely cool. So now they go get like any. Oh, they got Burgi. I guess they have another mutate card in end. Avignon played. Oh, cool. So they go 3 mana Burgi, but they go Lord Drakis first. I mean, this is so now they flashback 4. They flashback 4 spell because of the 4 Rodan, and then they get back a card. You have never seen this deck, Kiori? Wonderful. What turn is this? It's turn 5. I'll let him do it, because certainly something worth showing if you have never seen it. Oh, they even have this card, Open the Omen Path. The 3 mana makes 2 mana, meaning that you get to ramp up mana with yeah, they can kill you with the Spikefield Azard as well as the other one. Oh yeah, Standard definitely has this thing here. Oh wow, look at that. Look at that. They unsubstantiated the Glorybringer, meaning that they return all the mutations here, and they can do it again. They can do it again. They can cast the Glorybringer and start again with Rodan, mutating it. Remember, mutating is targeting the dragon, so you make a treasure, and you flash back a card for free. So you mutate again. Mutate all the time costs 2 mana because you're paying 2 treasure to cast it, but you're making a treasure. And the funny thing is that it's free basically because Prismatic Man give you a treasure, so it gives you the 2 mana back. Okay? So as long as you have Rodan in hand, you can't just shock your opponent for free, and that's the combo. Opponent needed a lot of pieces because he also had a removal spell, so they needed the turn 5 Glowspine Dragon plus a backup counter immediately, which they did. Yeah, it's not a Glorybringer. I keep on calling it Glorybringer. It did blink. It did bring them glory though. It was worth it, right? Alright, good game. Want to see my opponent deck? Yeah, definitely. Okay, now how do we separate against them? Recon melee, it's probably good. I'll have a Soulgate Lantern around. Well, this Denful Stroke is interesting, but I think I will bring that in. Bring that in, yes. I'll cut Negate just because I need some different kind of interaction array. I cut Ironcrag Pyromancer. What else do I want to cut? Just some Cyclers. Probably just some Cyclers. Maybe I can cut a Disdainful Stroke. Alright, let's go with this. Yeah, also my opponent played so fast. Also, I was able to explain you how it goes because I already played against it. But the first time, I was definitely clueless of what happened. Alright, Eli posted the deck list in the chat. Yeah, I'm sure that if you like search for rivals deck list, it'll pop up that one. The deck is different. Could be. Alright, let's play first. Alright. I don't have any turn 1 Cycler. Sorry, 1 mana Cycler, so I don't think it's good to play Fox here again. I'll play Alliance, and then on turn 3 I'll play Alliance Fox. I've had the similar hand in the first match, and that's how I sequenced it. I'm actually keeping this one around, because I might just block a Ghostbane Dragon and pump it to a 4/4. Not that I'm planning on, but that could be a thing. Like, basically whenever you have to cycle, you have to think about what is the worst one of just actually being a card in your hand. Seize the Spoil. So discard a card, draw 2, make a treasure. Now I'll cycle this Starling Development, make 2 tokens, draw a card. Oh, Memory Leak. I don't even have black mana, so it doesn't matter. Let's play Tapland Pass. My opponent can already cast the dragon, so I'll keep up to this Disdainful Stroke. They cast Burge instead. Sure. Hey, I'll I want to cycle or keep it for my turn? I think I will cycle. I mean, I'm drawing 2 cards, and there's always the possibility that I draw another Cycler, in which case I'm drawing 2 cards, so I'll be triggering the Probable Alliance. Basically, like, sometimes you can play around not drawing 2 lands in a row, but I don't think this was the case. Alright, and opponent goes to 12, and I've doubled Disdainful Stroke, so hopefully we're good to win here. I don't have any more Cyclers, but I don't really think I need it right now. When it isn't dead next turn, because I think Flare is just a 4. Unless I manage to play it end of turn, but if they play a Dragon here, I have to cast Disdainful Stroke. Remember, they get mana from Burgi whenever they cast any spell. They cast Rodan, which I can't Disdainful Stroke apparently. What do you cast for free? Is the Spoil. Sure. Despite their mutating paying 4 mana, the converted mana cost, or I guess mana value, it's still 3, the mana value of Rodan. I could have Zenith Flare the Burgie, but I just want to keep this Info Stroke for the actual dragon here. Yeah, I don't think I can cast Zenith Flare, can I? Zenith Flare is just so bad against, like... Well, I guess they can also win without? No. I don't think they can win without the dragon. I guess Burgie also produces the mana. Is Burgie just another piece of the dragon? Is Burgie replacing dragon officially here? And my big problem is that I cast Zenith Flare. They just break me, I think. Any counter magic kills me. I think I have to let them continue. Wow, I 2 counter magic and they were not good enough. This Info Stroke, I guess, is not ideal. Yeah, maybe I should have flared it. Unsure. We'll see what happens here. I'm Warden. Yeah, I'm just letting them go here. I do expect them to kill me at this point. I think my opponent's going to make a lot of value. I mean, they think they just have the kill, right? Don't they just do the same thing as the dragon? If you think about it, Burgie makes so that you get multiple mana every time. They can't counter it? What does that mean? Yeah, I lost. Yeah, probably. Most likely I lost this game. But it was a good game. They got Spikefield Azard there. It's funny how I'm actually the one that's timing out. And all my opponents, they're playing so fast. Very impressive. They still have like they still have 2 mana up. And now Zenith Flare doesn't even kill it, so sure. Wow. What a sweet deck my opponent's playing. I'm jealous. I wanna do all that fun too. Eventually we will. I kinda hope they draw the whole deck so I can just map their deck through through the untap app. Yeah, I have to play my opponent's deck. I agree. I agree. Now let's just play at least like an hour and a half of this, but eventually. You wonder how consistent it is? I mean, they won 2 games on turn 5. And the funny thing is that this game, they won on turn 5, and we even like, we had cards, you know? We had cards. Alright, yeah, I think they've established the loop here. Yeah, I'm just saying good game here. Good game. Good game. No, we lost so much ranks. We lost so much ranks. It took so long to get here. Alright, that's the ladder. That's the beauty and the bed of the ladder.